to do this via Zoom. And then what's so amazing is we're going to be broadcasting on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. This is so beautiful. All while barefoot. I'm all while barefoot right now. Love that I can just be chilling barefoot, talking to my friends from around the world. So grateful. Kasia. How do I pronounce your name? Oh, Oscar's son from Sweden. Welcome. Welcome. So beautiful. So beautiful. Well, I'm excited to share my passion with each and every one of you. And I'm so grateful to be able to make this connection and have this wonderful opportunity. Mariette from the Netherlands. Hi, Saraya, Pennsylvania. I'm so grateful. I'm really looking forward to it too. Infinite love and gratitude. Patricia from Chile. Oh, how awesome. Houston's in the house. Hey, Lee. Hi, Danny from Reno. Welcome, welcome. So grateful for all of you being here. What an incredible blessing this is. Infinite love and gratitude. Hey, Agnes. Infinite love and gratitude. Yes, there will be a recording of this. So you'll be able to see it later. And if you want to share this with others, you can do that as well. So wonderful. And from Norway. Hi, Dennis. Alberta's in the house. Hi, Sharon White. Missouri. Hi, Darla. My dear friend, Darla. I'm so grateful that you're here. Kathy Brigani, you are my neighbor in the Windy City. Aw. Hey, Nancy, another Chicagoan. I love it. They're flying in. Sedona. Hey, Mariana. Namaste from London, Ontario, Canada. How awesome. They're coming in so fast. I can't even keep up with them. Turkey in the house. Istanbul. Hi, Banu. Bonjour, Carol from France. Gopika. Thank you so much. I'm really appreciative of your appreciation. So we're live. We're live everywhere. Oh, I am so excited. I'm so excited. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the LifeLine technique. 3 steps for unlocking the portal of your higher self. I'm Dr. Darren Weissman. I'm the developer of the LifeLine technique, and I am so grateful. I'm so blessed to share this next 90 minutes with you. And I invite everyone, wherever you are in the world right now, to take the deepest breath. And as you let go, just acknowledge that right now you have shown up. You've shown up for the most important person in the entire world, that no one can take your place here. And I'm so grateful to be sharing this time with you. And I promise you, I am going to give it my all. And this 90 minutes is going to be chock full of really amazing information that I have a strong, confident feeling is going to make a real positive difference in your life. Oliver Wendell Holmes once said, man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. Our minds, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. So I'd like to start with the dimension of our minds, that we are here to stretch. Where is it that you find yourself in your life? And this is going to be interactive, okay? This is going to be an interactive experience. So I'd love for you to grab something to write with and something to write on. And as you're looking, Christina writes health. Good job. What is it for you? Is it your health? Is it your relationships, your family? Is it your finances, money? Is it being intimate and comfortable in your skin, in your heart? Is it your ability to learn, remember things, your intelligence? Is it certain behaviors that you struggle with, emotions that get triggered, and then all of a sudden you're having a great day, and then all of a sudden you're down the deep slope of an avalanche of anxiety? Do you struggle with your self-worth or the purpose that you're living? Just take a moment just to acknowledge it. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for Francis, the decisions that you make, and to Rico. Love you. So I got a question. Are you ready? Are you ready to stretch your mind with a new idea? Are you ready to explore the mystery of you, to expand into the next greatest version of who you are? Because I tell you, I too am so excited to continue to stretch my mind and open my heart to the possibilities, which I know, my friends, are infinite. I know they're infinite. The answer to stretching our minds is love. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to all the questions we have. Love is the solution for the trials and tribulations, the struggles that we experience in our relationships with ourselves, with others. And I invite you to take this moment right now to visualize a bridge. Visualize a bridge with me and acknowledge that a bridge is this structure that allows two sides that would otherwise not come together, come together. And so whether it be the Golden Gate Bridge or the Sydney Harbor Bridge or the DNA Bridge or the Charles Bridge in Prague, all these beautiful bridges that hold history and time, memory, blood, sweat, and tears. There's a bridge within each of us of where you are right now in what you are creating, manifesting, and designing in your life. And today, in these 3 steps, we're going to build a bridge. I'm going to show you how you can create deep, lasting change. You're going to learn how to create the ultimate subconscious bridge from stuck and struggling to clarity of vision and the fullest expression of being alive as a human being on planet Earth today. And by applying the 3 steps from the LifeLine technique flowchart, which is this blueprint of the subconscious mind, you will forever change the way you view your health and life. Yes, man's mind, woman's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. So I invite you to stay with me to the end. I'm going to make it worth it for you in every way. Now, everyone that's here is going to have an opportunity to win one of my 3 books, The Power of Infinite Love and Gratitude, Awakening to the Secret Code of Your Mind, and The Heart of the Matter. Someone is going to win one of those books. I'm going to give out 3 of those books signed. We'll send that to you. We'll get your information. And one beautiful person is going to win a 90-minute session with me as well. That's a value of $525. So someone here is going to win some really great things. So stay with me to the end so that you can participate in this incredible opportunity. I invite you to make the most out of our time together. I am not going to be wasting your time. This is going to be packed with incredible information. So turn off distractions. Be here with me. Stay with me step by step by step as we move through this journey together. Are we on? You feeling it? I'm feeling it. I'm so excited. So I like to begin with a win. And I'd like to begin with a 5-minute LifeLine subconscious mind hack. You ready for it? So this is what we're going to do. We are going to go through 4 steps for hacking your subconscious mind, for shifting these areas where you're struggling and stuck so that you can soar and align yourself with your heart and your highest self and live to the fullest potential. So I invite you, grab that pen, get that piece of paper, and write down on that piece of paper right now what it is that you are struggling. Is it your health? What way is your body speaking to you? Have you been diagnosed with a disease? Do you have chronic pain? Do you not know what's going on with your body and you've been to all kinds of doctors all over the place and you don't know what's happening? Write that down on the piece of paper in front of you. Okay? Write that down. And what I'd like you to do is you're tuning into your physical body and acknowledging the way your body's speaking to you, because your body speaks with symptoms and dis-ease. It speaks that way. Write down what you rate the impact of this symptom or disease pattern that's going on. 0 means it's not impacting you at all. And 10 means it's the worst it could ever be. 10 means get me off the planet, one-way ticket to the moon. I'm not coming back. Don't write 10 lightly. 10 means death is better, right? Rate the physical symptoms that are going on in your body. Write them down and rate them. Just do that right away, right here, because I'm going to be guiding you through this process. And every step matters. And that's the key, because once you understand how your mind works, you can drive your mind versus be driven by it. I now want you to connect with the stressors in your life and tune into the circumstances, whether it be your family, whether it be intimate relationships, whether it be money. Tune into what it is for you, loss, trauma. Tune into what it is about your life. Right, Danny? So if it's not your body, then tune into what it is about your life that if you could shift it, you'd be so happy. And write down the emotions that the stress causes you to feel. So as I'm tuning into a particular circumstance in my life, and I'm thinking about the stress that it causes, I feel sad at a 7. And I feel anxious at a 6. And as I tune into it, I question, am I worthy? Am I enough? Write down the emotions you feel and rate your emotions. This is a very important part. Before you get to where you want to be, you need to acknowledge with honesty where you are. Once you've written down what it is and the emotions that you feel, you rated those emotions, I'm going to go to the second step, which is called discern. And discern means live in your heart, because your heart is 500 times more powerful than your brain. Its field is more powerful than any other part of your being. But when we observe our bodies and we observe our lives, we often get caught in our head. I want to fix this. I want to fight this. I'm a failure for that. No, your body's just speaking to you. And even though it doesn't feel good to have pain or fear or stress, I have a question for you. Danny and Michelle, Marilyn, Olivia, Josephine, Carlene, Nadia, all my friends, if you could choose to create your life, if you could choose to create a day, a moment, would you ever choose to create it where you struggled with your health, where you struggled with your finances, where you struggled with relationships, where you struggled with family? Would you ever choose to create a life where you were feeling like you weren't enough, not good enough, that you needed to be more? Would anyone ever choose to create your life feeling this way? I like it, Danny. Frick no, hell no, hell no, not a chance. And go ahead and say it. I'm not choosing to feel this way. Go ahead and say it. I'm not choosing to feel this way. Of course not. I'm not choosing this. And that's very important to say, because it's not a choice. It's not an action. What is it? It's a reaction. And the reactive part of you is the subconscious part. And we're going to go into this today. And the subconscious is the invisible part. And when you can make a contact with your subconscious, then you can change your life in extraordinary ways. Now, most people go, oh no, right? Oh no, what am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. This is what's going on. No, the third step in hacking your subconscious mind is to set an intention. This means I love you in American Sign Language. It doesn't mean anything else. It means I love you. And love is the answer. And as you take your hand with love and you put it over your heart and put it on your heart right now, and take a deep breath into your heart and give yourself permission to take responsibility for where you're at, because only you can take responsibility for you, right? Only I can take responsibility for me. And as you're acknowledging, I'm not choosing it, but I'm going to take responsibility because I am open for a new idea that's going to stretch my mind to a new dimension. Are you? Right? So inside of your heart, there's greatness, there's confidence, there's light, there's love. What is it that your heart desires to feel? Nancy, what is it that your beautiful heart, focus where you're going, not what you want to get away from. This is not about getting past the last 2 years. This is not about being done. I'm finally done. That's not how it works. What we focus on grows. What is it that your heart desires to feel? Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. What is it that your heart desires to feel? My heart desires to feel grateful. That's what my heart just said. Grateful. What does your heart desire to feel? Happiness, adventurous, Betsy, love, Christina, inspiration, abundant, Dante, freedom for Megan, expansive, worthy, right? Now say it out loud as if you're already there, because your mind will follow you if you choose to be the courageous leader. Danielle, say it. I am sharing. I am sharing. Josephine, say it. I am abundance. I am abundance. I am healthy. I'm going to say, I am grateful. I am grateful. I'm grateful. Go ahead and say it. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. I am alive, Gwen. Yes, you are. Now, I've got a question for you. The fourth step. Are you open? Are you ready? Are you willing to change right now? Are you open? Are you ready? Are you willing to change the trajectory of stuckness and struggle in your life? Are you? Danny's open. Mercedes is open. Arndt is open. I'm open. How does it feel? You don't have to sign on the dotted line right now. All you have to do is use your imagination. Imagine right now that you're living the life of your dreams. Imagine that you are in the flow of your highest self. Say to yourself, I'm saying it, I'm grateful. Notice your body. How does it feel? I feel expansive. As I imagine myself living a grateful life, I feel expansive. How does it feel? Oh, it feels vibrant for Michelle. Yes, beautiful one. Yes. How does it feel to imagine you're living your I am? Annie's feeling lighter. Good job. Gwen's feeling full, joyful, and flowing for Jamie Murphy. Yeah, it does feel exciting, doesn't it? Guess what? That feeling is a sign that your heart is now leading the show. And when your heart's leading the show, Mara, feeling love for yourself, your brain chemistry changes, your body chemistry changes, and your body and life begin to change. Man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. You, my friend, have officially learned to fast track your subconscious mind. It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. So I invite you to jump in the comment right now and share your whole intention. I am blank, what your heart desires, feeling what your imagination is. Jump on in. I am expansive, feeling connected to myself. My beautiful friend Sharon Weil. Yes. Thomas, content and peaceful. I'm inspired, feeling blessed. Sharon Fall. That's beautiful. I am true love, connection, feeling joy for Anne. Oh man, look at all these beautiful intentions. So here's the deal. Now that we know who you really are, this is who you really are, we can begin the journey for creating and manifesting deep change. So every time we work together in a group, every time that we're in a collective like we are right now, we bring a collective intention. In the collective intention for this gorgeous, amazing, beautiful, bright, brilliant group of conscious individuals from all around the world is I am one with my higher self, feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. Please write that down. That's our collective intention that's bridging all of us. I am one with my higher self, feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. Write that down. That is our collective intention. So maybe you are here. Maybe you're here because you want to change your health. Maybe you're here. You've decided to take time out of your life because you want to change your health physically, mentally, from chronic pain and symptoms and disease to sustained energy and confidence and resilience. Or maybe you're here because you want to change the stress that's going on in your relationships. Stress in your relationships that shows up and causes anxiety or depression. Stress in your relationships that shows up as drama and trauma or loss and shock. Stress in your relationships that's causing you to feel anger and unworthiness, grief and overwhelm. And that you're here to change your relationships to authentic and accepting, compassionate and kind, passionate and grateful relationships. Or maybe you're here because you want to change by living your dream. Maybe you're here because you are here to say, hell no to being stuck and stressed. And yes, bring it on. Heaven, yes, to living your life with confidence and clarity of vision. As a result, when you live your dream, when you live with your hell no to what does not match, what you would never choose, and heaven, yes, do you know what happens? You, by being you, contribute to raising the consciousness in humanity. You contribute to raising the consciousness in humanity. So I would like to know, which one are you ready to change, my friends? Are you a number oneer? Your health? You want to change your health? Type in number one. Are you all right? Sharon wants to live her dream. Mara wants a number one. Oh man, Francis, Osalda, 3. Good. Do you want to shift your relationships? Hey, do you want all 3? I see some all 3s as well, for sure. Maybe you want to optimize your health. You want to optimize your relationships, and that is living your dream. Here's the deal, my friends. Here's the deal. Whatever your motivation for being here right now, I fully support you. I got you. I got you. And let's bloom together. So for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, I want to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes. These are some pictures of my beautiful family. And in the top left, we're in the South Island of New Zealand in an escape room. It was a gold mine, is a gold digging escape room, and we're all dressed up. It was fun. We had traveled around the world. We took our kids out of school for a year, and we homeschooled them before COVID hit. We built the ark before the flood. In the bottom left, we're in Cambodia, and the bottom right, we're in Cambodia. We're doing a mission trip, helping build water wells. The top right is our cat, Badass Storm Warrior, and our dog, Neo. My partner's name is Sarit. She is my partner as in life, as the mother of our children. She's my business partner and she's my best friend. She's incredible. And our three gorgeous children, Joya is our eldest. She's 17. Rumi is a freshman in high school. She's 14. Liam is in 7th grade. He's 13. And I just feel so grateful for my gorgeous family. I'm truly blessed. In the middle is that woman that you probably recognize. That is Louise Hay. And while she was alive, she really was an incredible person in my life. And she gave me an incredible opportunity to share my passion. And her and I became wonderful friends. And I feel blessed for knowing her. But what I really want you to know, I really want you to be aware of, is that I have 28 years of clinical experience. And I've worked with individuals, children, couples, companies, animals, groups. And if I were to log it all up, I've done well over 100,000 sessions with people in 80 countries, over 80 countries around the world. I've trained students in the LifeLine technique. There are certified LifeLine practitioners in 24 countries around the world. And the lives that have been changed is, I don't know how to count them. It's really infinite. It's beyond measure at this point through invisible outreach of books, of documentaries, of media, and the ripple effect of all the LifeLine sessions that are being done on a regular basis. Why I feel so confident in helping anyone that comes to me for a LifeLine session, or anyone that wants to learn the LifeLine technique, is I believe in it, I live it, I walk it, I talk it. It is in me, as me, and everything about me. I've used the LifeLine technique to totally transform a mass on my left testicle. I've regenerated my left Achilles tendon that was ruptured once, and then I wasn't wearing my boot after a surgery, and I wanted to kiss this girl, and I tripped down the stairs and I re-ruptured it. And the doctor gave me 4 weeks to regenerate it. And I said, I'll be back in 3. I was back in 3 and it had regenerated by over 50%. And the doctor said, I've never seen anything like that happen. And I didn't do surgery the second time. And I can run and do everything with my Achilles. I've completely healed a severe allergy to shellfish. I was not able to eat shrimp or lobster. I had a multi-decade addiction to alcohol and marijuana. I've transformed childhood trauma. And I went from living a rat race to living my dream. That's me in the Shark Tank. That was one of the things on my bucket list. I wanted to swim with great white sharks. I've done it once. I don't need to do it again. But hey, a good buddy of mine wants to do it. I would do it again. It was amazing. What incredible creatures. So I want you to just take a moment. Can you imagine what it would feel like if you could change yours and others' mental, physical, and spiritual health? Can you imagine what it would feel like if you could transform limiting beliefs and trauma and reactive relationships? Can you imagine what it would be like to live your dream? I've come to discover that changing a toxic mind of negative thoughts, core limiting belief programs, and this is the biggest thing, being able to process emotions is the single most powerful action step you can take to impact all areas of not only your life, but others' lives. I've come to appreciate that those people that learn the LifeLine technique, it's not about learning a technique. What it's about is changing your own life. Man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. So if you're like me, you like to know where you're going along the way. And I'm going to show you a step-by-step process as far as where we're going today. Step number one is I'm going to share with you something incredible. It's called the Conscious Mind Portal, how to get your present, past, and future all aligned into the dimension of the now. And then we're going to hop on the Conscious Body Portal train. We're going to align our bodies with our I am, one with my higher self, feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. We're going to align every cell in our body so our body can be what it's designed to be, self-healing, regenerating, and whole. Then we're going to go into my favorite. And I feel silly because when you get to know me, you realize I'm going to be like, oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. I mean, it really all is. But the core limiting belief is so incredible because it helps you to change your perception. And when you change the way you see yourself, when you change the way you see others, what you're looking at within yourself and what you're looking at within others starts to change. For those of you that resonate with this and you want to go further, you will have an opportunity at the end to learn how you can become a part of the LifeLine certification program. And at the very end, I'm going to have a Q&A. I'm going to open it up. This whole journey, it's going to be interactive. It's going to be fun because that's the nature of the LifeLine technique. The LifeLine technique is a holistic, integrative, 16 step by step. It's a philosophy. It's a science. It's a technology, and it's used to transform the limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns. Instead of adapting these maladaptive coping mechanisms into living life, just like what you did with that 5-minute subconscious mind hack, living life intentionally, where you can face, where you can embrace the emotional baggage of your mind and your body as a portal, as a doorway to the next greatest version of yourself. Simply put, the LifeLine technique is going to empower you to transform fear with love on every level. So on June 17th, 2002, and it makes me so emotional, my friends. On June 17th, 2002, that's this June 17th in 2022, it's going to be 20 years when I woke up to the LifeLine technique. I downloaded this flowchart based upon my passion as a chiropractor, as an acupuncturist. I've studied in Sri Lanka and China, throughout Europe and the States with some of the best doctors and healers and thought leaders of our time. And I had a moment, God bless you, Lisa, infinite love and gratitude. You can listen to it. I had a moment of clarity, and I saw in my mind this image, this vision of all the things I'd studied come together in a step-by-step process. And I yelled to Sarit, my partner, babe, get me a pen and paper. And she got it. She got it for me. And I wrote out this flowchart in about 30 to 40 minutes. And this is a step-by-step process that's a blueprint of the subconscious mind. Now, in 1998, my cousin, who's the first deaf chiropractor to graduate from the Palmer College of Chiropractic, held up his hand like this. I didn't know what this meant. I thought it meant like hang loose, right? Or rock on. I didn't know what it meant, but I felt something beautiful. I felt something warm. I felt something embracing me. And I said, Rob, what is this? He said, I love you. I love you. He was interning with me. He goes, I love you. And I'm like, wow, Rob, I love you too. But I'm feeling something extraordinary right now. So in this other picture, you see me muscle testing. I love muscle testing. I'm going to teach you how to muscle test in the LifeLine. So I found a reflex in Rob's body that was weak for his liver. It went weak. And I went, I love you. I love you. And guess what happened to the reflex? It instantly got strong. Why? I'll tell you why. Love's the answer. And since then, I've been passionately serving, passionately sharing, passionately showing people how they can transform their lives so people can live to their fullest peak potential as human beings. So let's begin right now with step number one. Let's begin with the conscious mind portal. So as you look at the definition of the mind, as you look at the mind, it's the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think, to feel, to perceive, the faculty of consciousness and thought. As the thoughts ran through his mind, he came to a conclusion. Now, the challenge here is, what thoughts are running through your mind? Are they conscious? Are you choosing them? Or are they subconscious and you're being driven by reactive thoughts and you would never choose them? And that's an important thing to decipher, because according to research, and this was conducted by the National Science Foundation, around 80% of our thoughts are negative. So we have, every one of us, every day, have anywhere between 12 and 50,000 thoughts a day. It's a lot of thoughts we're thinking, right? And they're not new ideas. Man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. These are the same thoughts ruminating about our work, about our partner, about our family, about something that happened or didn't happen or might not happen. We start thinking these thoughts and we get driven by the negativity of these thoughts. Now, what's important is, a good friend of mine, his name is Michael Neal. He's a neuro-linguistic practitioner. He's incredible. He wrote, once we agree to give our attention to a thought, it becomes more and more real. So we're having this negative thought, and now it's becoming more and more real. And over time, it creates this power over our life. It triggers emotion. And once that emotion is in motion, all of a sudden, our body is taking on the energy of this emotion. Our behavior is reacting in a particular certain way. And because most people don't understand 12 to 50,000 thoughts every day, 80% negative, because people don't understand how to transform these negative thinking patterns that are being triggered, how to understand them, here's the consequences. The federal government's health statisticians figure that about 1 in every 10 Americans takes an antidepressant. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm not saying that medicine is wrong, because medicine saves lives. I'm just saying that people don't understand their mind. And we're here to create what? A conscious mind. And when we can create a conscious mind, we can create mind medicine. Because the body has the ability, when you feel the feeling from your imagination, that feeling is a chemical reaction that is an antidepressant, an anti-inflammatory, a natural pain reliever. Now, there's an estimated 2 million Americans, so this is just the United States, that are misusing prescription pain relievers for the first time just within the past year. And what that means is there's almost 6,000 people every day that are misusing pain relievers for the very first time. That's not the second time that they're misusing those medications. That's not the third time, and it's not the last time. So not understanding the nature of our mind in its production of negative thoughts, and that 80% of them are negative, and that's just the design of it, causes people to do what they can because they're attempting to cope with what they don't understand. And that's why I'm so passionate about educating people about the LifeLine technique. So let's look below the surface. Let's look at the nature of our mind. This picture to the left is of an iceberg. And it's a perfect reflection of our own minds. The tip of the iceberg is the conscious mind, meaning we're aware of it. We're conscious of it. We can see it. That's only 2 to 10% of the mind. That mind, your conscious mind, is what makes you smart, makes you logical, makes you see patterns. It makes you creative. It allows you to come up with new ideas and new ways of moving through, understanding things. It gives you the ability to be a courageous leader, to have executive functioning. I first do this, then I do that, then I do this. That's conscious. That's the choosing mind. Only your conscious mind chooses. And that's really, can be startling because that means 90 to 98% of our minds don't choose. So having a relationship with the subconscious mind, otherwise known as the reactive mind, is really important. How come? Because the significance of the subconscious mind is that it controls our biology. Every one of the trillions of cells in your body is being orchestrated by an invisible field, an innate intelligence that allows your body to breathe and heart to beat and pump blood to and from everywhere. Immunity, hormone, digestion. We're miracles. That's all subconscious. And that means the subconscious is miraculous. The subconscious affects our behavior. Whether we get startled, that's a reaction. Whether we feel like somebody falls and we slip, we reach out a hand, that's reactive. Where love is in us all the time. There's an energy within all of us. The subconscious mind affects our perception, how you see yourself, how you see your life, how you see your future, how you see your past is directly related to the programs in your subconscious mind. Now, a really important thing, my friends, is your subconscious mind is driven to protect you in the present moment only. Your subconscious mind is driven to protect you in the present moment only, like the blink of an eye or moving your hand from a hot flame, right? But once it's done protecting you, its reactive nature is all about awakening you, is all about empowering you to evolve into the next greatest version of yourself. And when our conscious and subconscious mind are not aligned in the present, and that's what the LifeLine does, is it aligns the conscious and subconscious in the present. When they're not aligned, the subconscious always overrides. And that has consequences based upon what's in your subconscious mind. What's it storing, right? This roadmap, this blueprint is going to help you. The thing that I want you to get here is that when we're driven by these 12 to 50,000 thoughts, negative thoughts, 80% of them are negative. When we're driven by these, we experience something that I call toxic mind syndrome. You've heard of PMS, right? Now you're hearing of TMS. And toxic mind syndrome directly impacts the health of your body. So where you're struggling and stuck in your health, that's coming from your mind. And that's because your conscious and subconscious are not aligned. It affects the health of your relationships. It affects how you perceive yourself and others. It affects your ability to learn and process information. You find yourself drifting off, getting confused, lacking attention. That's a sign that the conscious and subconscious are not aligned. Your ability to stay present is all associated with the alignment, the association, and the integration, or the misalignment, or the dissociation between the conscious and subconscious mind. So, toxic mind syndrome, how does it form? Good question. So, we're all here on this planet, and I'm so great to meet you. It's so great to connect with you and share my passion, because when you start to understand this, it's going to really give you a deeper state of compassion for yourself and the world that you're in and on, and how you can then begin to navigate positively and optimistically. So everyone from conception to 7 years of age, our minds are like wet cement. They're in this hypnagogic state, this brainwave state where everything that's going on gets imprinted. So your environment from conception to 7 programs you with either love or fear. So what was that environment? It just depends. It depends. Your gender, your race, your religion, your education, your finances, your healthcare, your politics, your family, your mom, your dad, your siblings. They just automatically, autonomically, reflexively, subconsciously imprint patterns of love or fear. Now, the biggest thing and the most important thing on this planet are women. Women are the most important thing on this planet. Yes, men are so important, but everyone comes through a woman. So your relationship with your mother, how we treat women, is the utmost importance for the future of humanity, because how your mother processes emotion and deals with stress in her life, her support system, imprints patterns that affect your biology today and your behavior today. How about them apples? So the influences of toxic mind syndrome are profound. And I hate that I even have to share this, but I have to share this because it's so important that we are just honest and authentic with the reality of not understanding our mind and the consequences of not understanding our mind. 56% of 10 to 14-year-old girls engage in self-mutilation. I've got a 14-year-old girl, 56%. 1 out of 2 Americans has lost at least one chronic disease. 1 out of 3 is obese. Diagnosis of children with chronic illnesses, asthma, obesity, ADD, it's quadrupled in 1 generation. 60% of all marriages end in divorce. More than 700,000 people die due to suicide every year. And suicide is the 4th leading cause of death in 15 to 19-year-olds. So the consequences are real, my friends. Infinite love and gratitude. So as we look at a conscious mind portal, we look at, here we are. There's the present. Are we grounded? Are we being driven by the past? Are we afraid of the future? I'm going to guide you through a portal now to begin to change patterns. Drop me a heart if you're ready to change some patterns. Drop me some love. Type in love if you're ready to change some patterns with me right now. Yes, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. So I'm going to make a statement. And I'll be taking questions at the end, I promise. I'm going to make a statement, and we're going to use the collective intention. We're going to use the collective intention of I am one with my higher self, feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. And I invite you to connect to exactly where you are right now. What's triggering you? Who's triggering you? What's causing you to feel struggle and stress? Just think about the world that we're in right now. There's so much divide. There's so much fear. And I invite you to repeat, regardless of fear, I'm now choosing feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. Muscle gives way. This is what you do. I love you. And go infinite love and gratitude. Go like this. Infinite love and gratitude. I invite you to repeat, regardless of my body being in pain, my heart having walls, my mind being overwhelmed, I'm now choosing, we are now choosing feeling passionate and on purpose in life. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Take a deep breath. Connect to what you've really been struggling with. Connect to it. And take this moment and go ahead and say it. I see you. Say it. I see you. And I'm now choosing feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. Good. That locks out. So we just shifted it. See, feel, hear. We just shifted the present moment. Take a deep healing breath. Let it go. Let it go. So what's beautiful in the LifeLine is there's a step-by-step process that allows us to get connected, allows us what we did to hack the subconscious mind, become intentional. There's steps that we can create that align us with the subtle energies of nature and to go into the deeper dimensions of our mind, of our body, of our relationships, and of the collective energy that we're a part of. My dear late friend, Dr. Masaru Emoto, that's Dr. Emoto and his beautiful wife, and Sarit and I. That picture below is a picture of an infinite love and gratitude water crystal that Dr. Emoto made for me after he wrote this to me. Dr. Weissman has been a good friend of mine since I met him at a Hey House, I Can Do It conference in Toronto, Canada. He has a pure heart, and I can be healed just by staying beside him. He remotely sent me healing energy using the LifeLine technique. He was in Japan, I was in Mexico. When I suffered from gangrene of my foot 2 years ago, and I had an amazing recovery after that. As a person who experienced its healing, I would like to recommend the LifeLine technique. You know what happens when someone has gangrene? They chop off the foot, right? We did a LifeLine session, and it helped his body to do what it's designed.
Hello, my name is Jeff Smith. I am here to talk about Dr. Darren Weissman and the LifeLine method. In about, 2014, October of 2014, about 7 years ago, we're in October, it's October 27th, 2021. I had my first LifeLine session with Dr. Weissman, and it was remarkable. How I got to Dr. Darren Weissman was I was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer. A friend of mine who also had cancer and knew Dr. Weissman recommended me. And my prognosis was to live 3 or 4 years. I went to 3 different hospitals. That's what they told me. The cancer had spread throughout my body, and I was headed toward traditional medicine, radiation, chemotherapy, things like that. And I thought, when you're in that state of mind, you're given 3 to 4 years to live, you're open, very open to try new things. And so before you get there, I'm going to recommend that you try this before you get whacked up on the side of the head with cancer. And, the session, when it started with Dr. Weissman, I knew within 15 or 20 minutes that this was going to really change my life. It just really opened my mind, my body, and my soul, helping me to get rid and feel it, to heal it, to really feel the anger, the fear, the resentment, the shame, guilt, all these feelings that were in my body for various reasons over my lifetime, and to fill it with joy and love and peace and gratitude and abundance, and really just bring life into my body and bring life into my mind, my body, my spirit, my mindset, psychology, attitude, and really made a huge difference. And so I'm going to recommend that you give it a test drive. And I can't really describe how it happens. It's a session takes anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes, depending on your situation. And so give it a test drive. Really hard to describe how it happens unless you go through it. And so I just want to say thank you so much to Dr. Darren Weissman and the LifeLine technique, and a huge hug and thank you to all the certified LifeLine practitioners out there. Infinite love and gratitude to everybody. Infinite love and gratitude, Dr. Darren Weissman. I hope people hear this and learn more about the LifeLine technique. Thank you so much. Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude. So your turn, my friends. Jump into the comments and share. What are you ready to change right now in your life? What are you ready to change in your life? Man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. Pop on into the comments. What are you ready to change in your life? Your finances, beautiful. Awesomeness, Dennis, yeah, everything. Health, me being alone, Laura, infinite love and gratitude. Fear to love, my art, Gwen, beautiful. Commitment to my partner, Anne, yes. Improve health, so awesome, so awesome. Whether you are struggling with anxiety or facing a major health challenge in your life, whether you are stuck in self-defeating thought patterns or behaviors, when it comes to detoxifying your mind, it's not the symptoms. It's not the stress. It's not even how long you've been stuck or struggling that matters most. It's your willingness to be open to change. Are you open to change? So we've just gone through the conscious mind portal, and boy, we just packed a lot in that. Now we're going into the conscious body portal. In the body is this physical structure of a person or an animal, including the elements, the cells, the organs, the glands, the senses, the microorganisms, the systems. Every cell in the body is designed to heal, regenerate, and be whole. B.J. Palmer, who was the son of D.D. Palmer. D.D. Palmer is the one who discovered chiropractic, but B.J. Palmer, his son, is the person who ultimately developed it. He developed it. He had an incredible passion, and he was a very charismatic man. And he wrote, "The power that made the body heals the body. It happens no other way." And I like to say, and this is it, I take no credit, I take no blame. The power that creates the body heals the body. And when we align ourselves with our higher self, when we bridge the gap between the conscious and subconscious, when we transform that toxic mind syndrome, we discover that our mind is infinitely powerful, and it's used as a tool for transformation and manifestation and design. It's amazing. You're amazing. So you might be wondering, like, all right, so tell me more about my beautiful body. I want to know about this miracle. So check it out. Every cell in your body is designed to regenerate. So if you just look at blood cells, specifically the red blood cells that carry oxygen to all the different parts of your red blood cells are regenerating every 120 days. Your skin, feel your skin. You've got new skin every 28 days. Your lungs, every 2 to 3 weeks, your cells are turning over, regenerating. So you might be wondering, well, if my body's doing this, how come I am showing up with autoimmune disease? How come my body is, expressing this in autoimmune, inflammatory, cancer, COVID, whatever it might be? How come my body is struggling in this mental disease? What's going on here? So I want to give you a deeper look, because that deeper look, that beyond the veil look, opens us up to possibilities. So in the LifeLine technique, and what I teach in the LifeLine certification program, is that what you look at as a problem, this thing that you're looking to make go away, make the pain go away, make the stress go away. I understand it. I don't want you to be in pain. I don't want you to be stressed. But here's the deal. Every perceived problem that you're facing is a portal. And a portal is out with the old, in with the new. It is the caterpillar to butterfly journey. It's you stepping into the next greatest version of yourself. And ultimately, the symptoms, stress, and disease, they're gifts. And the gifts are very strange wrapping paper. I like getting a gift with a bow. I like somebody to give me a hug. Like, I got you a gift. Check this out. Getting a gift of rupturing an Achilles tendon twice, having a mass on a testicle, being addicted to, different things, having trauma. What kind of gift is that? You know what? I understand. But it's important that we begin right now, because right now is where we're at, right? Observe your body with curiosity. Observe your body with compassion. Say thank you. Say thank you. Your body listens when you say thank you, body. And when we find ourselves struggling in our body and it's not changing, in our life and it's not changing, it's important to look at your mind. Now, you remember the iceberg picture that I showed you? 90 to 98% is below the surface, which means 90 to 98% of who we are is invisible. How do you understand something that's invisible? Well, we can use this comparison. The wind's invisible, isn't it? So if I want to understand the wind, I can look at patterns in the sand. I can look at clouds or ocean waves. I can look at the way that leaves are blowing. And that gives me an understanding of the wind. If I want to understand someone's mind, all I need to do is look at their body. look at their behavior, look at their habits, look at the dynamic of the relationships. And that gives us an outward view of what's going on within the invisible field of the mind. Now, because most people don't understand, the mind's there to protect in the present, but once it's not needing to protect us, that reactive pattern that's going on in your mind is there to help you evolve and awaken to the next greatest version of yourself. It's a lifeline. It's asking you, grab the lifeline. Infinite love and gratitude. Peace, Dennis. So what we observe, we influence. Go ahead and say that. What I observe, I influence. How I see myself is how I influence myself. How I see others is how I influence others. This has to do with in quantum physics because there's a field of energy that connects all of creation. There's a field of energy. And before you're really observing anything specific, that field of energy is just spread out over space and time. It's what's called a wave. But as soon as you start to pay attention, you look, you smell, you hear, you taste, you feel. As soon as you start to observe your experience with your environment, it becomes a localized space-time event. It becomes a particle. And what's really amazing is now, from a quantum perspective, as soon as you start to observe, you're not the observer anymore, are you? You're the participant. And from a participant point of view, I am one with my higher self, feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. We can begin to transform the patterns of reaction that are affecting us. So the conscious body portal is all about creating a new balance inside the invisible field. When you can create a new balance point through conscious observation of your body, what happens is you naturally start to activate your body's natural ability for healing. You're designed to heal. It's homeostasis. It's just how that works. So, as my daughter is named after Rumi the poet, the wound is the place where the light enters you. The wound is the place where the light enters you. It's the portal, not the problem. It's the gift in strange wrapping paper. So let's unpack toxic mind syndrome. Do you remember from conception to 7, everything's impressionable. We're in this hypnotic state. Everything goes in. So let's say at the bottom here, previous miscarriages at conception, layoffs at work, mom's afraid, dad's angry. Guess what happens? That gets imprinted in the subconscious mind. Let's go over here, birth, pain of delivery, fear gets imprinted. Here we are, 4 years of age, parents are fighting, there's anger. That gets imprinted. Past life patterns, generational patterns, 5 years of age, new baby in the family, insecurity gets imprinted, bullied at school at 9, anxiety gets imprinted, picked on by a sibling. All these emotions that we experience, my friends, and we all have our life story. We all have our life story affect us. And if we just use for an example, just to create a dynamic here. If we look at mom's fear and dad's anger at conception, when that part gets triggered by your senses, you see a color, you hear something, you smell something, you taste something that your mom was experiencing at the moment of conception, that energy gets activated as if it was going on for the first time, again and again and again. Here at 5, here at 9, here at 15, here at 25, here at 65, here at 83 years of age. And what happens is there's a looping pattern of abusive relationships that we experience throughout our life, most of all with the one with ourselves, let alone with others. All of a sudden, we have this looping pattern, this reaction pattern of financial struggles. Even if you're making a great amount of money, you're always afraid that it's not enough. Here you are struggling with symptoms and disease patterns. Here you are where you're caught in the throes of addiction because of what's buried in the subconscious mind that has not been processed yet. Man's mind, when stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. Candace Pert, who was a really dear friend of mine, she discovered the molecules of emotion. She worked at the National Institute of Health, the late Candace Pert. She said that your mind is in every cell of your body. Your mind is in every cell of your body. So if you think about your body, you can now recognize what is driving my mind. What is driving my mind? Right? So we're going to do a conscious body portal. And I invite you to think about your body and think about the way that you judge your body. Maybe there's a part of your body, your abs or your legs or your butt or your something on your face or whatever it might be. Like here we are, there's some aspect of your body, right? There's some aspect where you're struggling with your health, pain, diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, whatever it might be. Place your hand with love, put it over your heart, and just tune into your body. And I invite you to repeat after me. Thank you, body. I love you. Infinite love and gratitude. Love's the answer. Here we go. Infinite love and gratitude. Tune into your body. Thank you, body. I love you. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Let's do it again. Thank you, body. You are loved. Infinite love and gratitude. Thank you, body. You are loved. Infinite love and gratitude. Really feel yourself. Be in your body with me. You're doing great. Thank you, body. You are loved. You are pure love. Infinite love and gratitude. Say it out loud. Say it proud. Thank you, body. You are pure love. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I love you, body. Take a deep healing breath. Let it go. I invite you to repeat. I am one with my higher self. I am feeling passionate and on purpose in my life, in my body, with everybody. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Great job. So Connie B wrote, wow, I cannot thank you enough for what you do at the LifeLine Wellness Center. I'm grateful for the LifeLine technique sessions. The very, very best part is the brain injury from my car accident over 12 years ago is totally healed. Thank you for the possibilities. You're the best. Connie, you're the best. Here's my friend Greg Braden sharing his experience with his body in the LifeLine technique.
So when we have a condition that shows up that a doctor will call a disease or an illness, if we can embrace the fact that our body is expressing in that moment something as a reflection that we are harboring consciously or subconsciously, if we can embrace that without the judgment and use that, as my dear friend and spiritual brother and colleague, Darren Weissman, calls a portal. He says every illness, every disease, it's a portal into our bodies. The question is, are we willing to step through that portal to look and see what our body is actually telling us? And when our answer to that is yes, then we begin to see that our body is simply reflecting energetically the quality of the belief that we hold. I've had a personal experience with portals of my body helping me to embrace my past. And Dr. Darren Weissman was the catalyst that helped me to understand and make this connection in my life. And by the end of the conversation, the redness of the rash was completely gone and the swelling was gone. And by the next morning, the rash was gone and it has never returned. And that is a powerful testament to me. It tells me how these subconscious beliefs, how they show up in our lives in times that we least expect, at the most inopportune time sometimes, and what a clear a really clear communication they are presenting us with if we learn the language of our bodies. That's a very different way of thinking about our bodies. A medical model would say, you have a rash, it's an immune response to something, let's put some cortisone on it to make it go away until it heals. And that is another path. So I'm not saying one's right, wrong, good or bad. I'm not judging that. I'm saying our orientation in life helps us determine how deeply we want to understand what life is showing us. And as we embrace the deepest truths of these relationships with our body, the healing becomes almost secondary. The healing, the physical healing of the body is the byproduct of resolution of the feeling or the emotion or the belief. And that's the beauty of understanding the healing of our bodies. So
I want you to jump into the comments, my friends. Jump into the comments. Share what aspect of your body you need help processing right now. What aspect of your body do you need help processing? Your low back, Osvaldo. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Infinite love and gratitude. Shoulder for Arndt. Metabolism for Michelle. Right eye. Brain for Debbie. Fat metabolism, digestion, just flying through. We are all healing from something, right? We're all healing from something. And the body is designed to heal. So guess what? We've already come so far. You're doing incredible. Stay with me. You're doing incredible. We've gone through the conscious mind portal. We've learned how to raise the consciousness of our mind. We've talked about the conscious body portal, what it means to be able to raise the vibration of the memories that live in our mind that are affecting our body. And now we're going into, you remember I said it's my favorite. We're going into a core limiting belief portal. You ready for it? Let's do it. So beliefs. To define a belief, it's an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. His belief in the value of hard work, right? Or another definition is trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. I've still got belief in myself. So important to believe in yourself, to believe in the power that your body is designed to heal, to believe that there's a field of energy that connects all of creation, to believe that we are spirits of pure love and that love is the answer. It's so important. Belief either makes or breaks whatever you apply it to. So a core limiting belief portal is ultimately about acknowledging when you're choosing a thought over and over again, it becomes a belief. That's all a belief is. And remember, how many thoughts do we have per day, my friends? 12 to 50,000. How many are negative? 80%. When you're having a thought over and over again, that's right, Maylene. When you're having a thought over it, all of a sudden it becomes a belief. And now you're believing in the negativity. You're believing in the negativity. We believe in the negativity. No. Look at core limiting belief. In the middle of this word belief, there's a word, L-I-E. It's a lie. Don't believe. We want to transform our beliefs into a knowing. You got to believe in yourself until you know it, but at least you got to be open. Man's mind. One stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimensions. Now, here's the challenge with toxic mind syndrome. Here's the challenge. Alan Deutschman wrote this book, and in it, he had this quote, and it was mind-boggling just to comprehend, but it's the reality of the world that we live in. Only 1 of 9 people will make lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, learn the LifeLine technique. Even after they're told they could prolong their life, they could restore their health, they could reverse diabetes, the hypertension, heart disease. Only 1 out of 9 people will go, yeah, I am going to stretch my mind. I'm going to stretch my mind to a new idea. I'm going to look at it differently. The dog goes, what? What? That's toxic mind syndrome. We've got to detoxify our minds, because once we empty the garbage of our minds, there's room for joy. There's room for pleasure. There's room for happiness. There's room for contentment and peace. So you remember I showed you this slide, mom's fear, dad's anger. In the looping patterns of abusive relationships, The looping patterns of financial struggles, of health challenges, of addiction. Well, if we go further and we look at what's actually happening here in this core limiting belief process, and I'm not going to go too far into it here, but in the LifeLine technique, I teach this extraordinary process called the see, feel, hear process. It's called the black hole. It helps people to transform emotions like nothing else I know on the planet. My brother, who is the best psychologist I know, who specializes in trauma, EMDR, he's a certified LifeLine practitioner because nothing shifts patterns on the depth of the subconscious mind as the LifeLine technique. So when you're having physical symptoms, that creates an emotion. And then guess what? You're seeing that, you're feeling that, you're hearing that, and you cycle in it. You cycle in it. When you're in a stressor of your relationships, personally, professionally, your family, you get triggered into an emotion. And then all you're doing is you're seeing that, you're feeling that, you're hearing that, you're looping it. But what I taught you in the 5-minute subconscious mind hack is how to create an intention. I am one with my higher self, feeling passionate and on purpose in my life. When we learn how to do intention, we create an emotion that we can begin to see and feel and hear, and therefore transform these patterns that are causing us to suffer in our lives, individually and collectively in our world. At the core of every limiting belief, my friends, at the core of every limiting belief is a core of infinite potential, is a core of infinite potential. It's just a gift in strange wrapping paper at first. We've got to take the first step. The first step is always the biggest step, but you already showed up, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty, is you've already showed up here. You're already here. So because you've showed up and you've set an intention and you've got an I am intention from the beginning of this webinar, and the feeling came through from the imagination, what you're doing now that you've planted that seed in your subconscious mind, what we're doing right now that we've got a collective intention of I'm one with my higher self, is we're transforming this attractor field. And all of a sudden, abusive relationships evolve into authentic, reciprocal, committed, yummy, delicious, passionate relationships. Financial struggle turns into financial freedom. And it doesn't mean about having millions of dollars. It's just about becoming the CEO of your life, as my friend Colin Moynihan taught me. It's about optimal health. And it doesn't mean that your body doesn't speak to you, but you don't need to be in the fire to know it's hot. You can learn to create a relationship with your body and feed it right and hydrate it right and rest it and exercise it right and express your emotions so that your body is the best that it can be, that you can transform that addictive part of you and have a choice that, you know what? Hell no, I don't choose this. What do I choose? And live from your heart within your highest self. The Heart Math Institute has done so much research showing that when we can get the heart aligned with our higher self, then you change the chemistry of your brain, you change the chemistry of your body, you change the chemistry of the relationships in your life. When your heart is beating in the emotion of frustration about your health, anxiety and stress about your relationships in life, this heart coherence creates this incongruent, this disjointed, this erratic pattern that not only is going to cause dis-ease, but it's going to cause struggle and stuckness in your life. It's an incoherent heart rhythm. But when you align with appreciation, gratitude, love, compassion, infinite love and gratitude, notice the harmonious, coherent rhythm of that heart wave. That creates what's called emergence. And as you see these school of fish, they're all aligned in their hearts. A flock of birds all flying together. When your heart beats with infinite love and gratitude on the deepest levels of your subconscious mind, every cell in your gorgeous, miraculous body aligns. You begin to influence the people. If you're a practitioner, you begin to influence people that are struggling in ways that you were never able to touch before and transform and evolve. It becomes an incredible practice of evolution. We don't perceive truth. We perceive what we believe. All beliefs are learned. Conception to 7, they're imprinted, they're conditioned. And any day, and today's that day, if you choose, in any moment, you can choose to learn something new. Man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. So here we are, and we're in this experience of transforming limiting beliefs, transforming patterns that have been keeping us stuck and struggling, and opening our perception to new possibilities. Go ahead and say it. I am one with my higher self. I am passionate and on purpose in my life. This is my nature. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Beautiful. So Candace Pert, the late Candace Pert, who wrote the book Molecules of Emotion, she discovered the neuropeptide, the molecules in our brain that produce specific chemistry for every emotion we experience. Anger has a chemistry. Love has a chemistry. Acceptance has a chemistry. Frustration has a chemical. They're all in this way. I became great friends with Dr. Pert, and Dr. Pert got to learn and experience the LifeLine. And she wrote, Dr. Darren Weissman is a gentle soul and a highly gifted body, mind, spirit worker. And although he is one of a kind, he is of the new breed of eclectic body workers who come from a solid background of chiropractic and who will revolutionize the practice of mainstream medicine. Darren has mastered and fused elements of neuro-emotional technique, a pioneering form of energy psychology, with new paradigm physiology and neuro-linguistic programming to develop a unique and amazingly powerful healing system that taps into the power of infinite love and gratitude. Kelly Noonan Gores, who is the writer-director of the award-winning documentary Heal. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's a game changer. Kelly wrote, Dr. Darren Weissman has an incredible gift. His compassion, intuition, and LifeLine technique helped me get to the bottom of a recurring health issue that no doctors could figure out. His LifeLine technique is a game changer and a lifesaver. So grateful I found him, and I am so grateful that I found Kelly and Adam Schomer. Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
So we're at the Celebrate Your Life conference, right?
Yes.
And you just had your first LifeLine.
Awesome.
Tell me.
Everybody should do it. It's so free, and I can't explain how I feel. I feel like I'm floating.
You came in feeling what?
Oh, discouraged and disheartened and didn't know which way to turn.
And what was going on with your body?
Aches and pains in my neck and back and my feet. It was very difficult to walk. My life has been changed. Very grateful.
Yeah, I'm really grateful too.
It's been a living gratitude.
So we're at Celebrate Your Life right now, and you and I just did a session. And what was your experience?
Amazing, truthfully.
So what were you feeling before the session?
Oh, a lot of chaos in my soul, a lot of compression, my energy, a lot of sadness in my heart. Shortness of breath, stomach issues, pressure.
And what are you feeling now?
Much lighter. I feel lighter. I feel more energetic. I feel more optimistic. I feel like I have a tool to kind of continue to help myself. It's been a living gratitude.
It turned out awesome. Really is some deep work. Really. A little surprising. Some of it not so surprising, but in the end, feeling awesome is worth the time I spent.
How awesome. And when you started, you've been having chronic pain on that right side of your body. It's more
Weakness,
weakness,
pain,
right.
injuries.
Right.
Right.
And how's that right side of your body feeling right now?
Integrated and whole. Part of it. I'm a racer and track instructor. I've crashed and there's a lot of injuries on that right side.
Yeah.
It's been talking to me for quite a while.
Right. And then even further, those circumstances that were causing you to feel fear, 8 out of 10.
Yes.
And now, as you tune into them 25 minutes later, what emotion are you feeling?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Happy, secure.
Hey, way to shine, buddy. Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
So you came in from Mexico City, and you just had your first LifeLine session. How would you describe that experience?
I never imagined the things I was going to
know about myself and then just release feelings, emotions, or thoughts. So I feel very, very, very happy.
And you were having conversations because you're a mom and you got 3 young kids, and all moms go through different stress, and you were feeling some emotional stress. And as you think about that stress of being a mom now, what do you notice about how it feels to tune into it compared to when we first began?
I feel just confident.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be okay.
And beyond.
Yeah.
45 minutes ago, I felt very confused, depressed, down. Now I don't feel any of those emotions anymore. I just feel happy. I feel light. I feel like in the weeks and months and years from here on out that nothing's gonna get in my way. Nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna confuse me. Nothing's gonna hold me back. It feels great. My shoulder was very painful. I couldn't really turn it in, and now there's no problems with the shoulder.
Was this your first LifeLine session?
My first.
First LifeLine session. And how would you describe it?
It was life-changing. I don't really understand it, but it works. Today is the 3-year anniversary that my husband was killed in the next. Yeah, I've been fighting cancer, and I was most recently diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. And truly, this is no bullshit. I feel so much lighter and more peace. I really do.
So your turn, jump in the comments, share what would be different about your health. What would be different about your relationships if you were no longer driven by core limiting beliefs? What would be different about your health? What would be different about your relationships if you were no longer driven by core limiting beliefs? You'd be free, Annie. Yes, creative, freedom, full, feel good, feel happier, abundant, magnified, so beautiful. So beautiful. So I have a question. Don't you see how powerful it is to be able to unlock the portal of your higher self? Don't you see how powerful it is? I can help you. I can help you like I've helped thousands of people around the world. If this is something that you desire to create in your life, in your health, I can help. So I want to talk to you about, for those of you that resonate, how to learn the LifeLine technique. And my favorite movie, that's why our dog's name is Neo. Our favorite movie is The Matrix. So here's the blue pill, option number 1. Option number 1 is you could continue to do your best on your own. But for how much longer do you want to be driven by your triggers, stuck and struggling in your mind, your body, and relationships? Or the red pill. You can choose option number 2. You can 100% commit to unlocking the portal of your higher self with a proven roadmap, the LifeLine technique, an amazing support for creating deep change on a subconscious level. Which one do you want? Red for Debbie, red for Linda, red for Jamie. Which one do you want? Red for Michelle, red for Debs. There we go. Myra's going red. Awesome. So awesome. So I'm inviting you to learn the LifeLine technique. I'm inviting you to LifeLine You in the LifeLine certification program. The LifeLine certification program. And the LifeLine technique is the only system. There's a lot of things like it, but there's nothing like it. There's similar things because it comes from so many things all into one, 16 systems into one unified system. The youngest person to learn it was 16. The eldest was in her 80s. And it's the only system of its kind that guides with laser-like focus for creating deep subconscious change. So you and your clients can confidently embrace and live life with infinite love and gratitude. You know, what you're going to learn is you're going to learn how to activate the innate healing potential of your body. You're going to learn how to turn off that monkey mind, how to go from anxious and insecure to worthy and confident. You're going to learn how to shift from being stuck in the past to excited about the future. And ultimately, you're going to learn how to level up your attractor field. So in the LifeLine technique, which many people say like one 90-minute session is like 20 years of therapy. You're going to learn each of the steps, the connection, how to get present. We went through how to set an intention, the different portals, how to bridge this gap, how to go into the many layers. It's such a beautiful and creative and intuitive, as much as intelligent, intuitive process that you can integrate for those of you that are practitioners to integrate in anything that you're doing. Whether you're someone who works with the body, it's going to give you a mind understanding. If you work with the mind, psychology, coaching, it's going to give you an access to the body. It bridges from every level. So I want to explain what the LifeLine certification includes, because it is a complete program. It is a complete program that includes 16 e-learning modules that go through videos, narrated slides, little celebrations of learning that go through all the steps of the LifeLine. There are 120 hours of webinar replay content. You're going to have 12 weeks live Q&A with me. You're going to have 10 weeks of this. If we only did this, it's outrageous. It's 10 weeks of what's called Personal, Professional, Family Life Mastery. It's live online program, and it goes into your personal life, your professional life, and your family life. Because some people are doing really good professionally, but their personal and family life are really struggling, or vice versa. This is about finding out what's working, more importantly, what's not working, and taking it to the leading edge and creating a vision and programming this with your subconscious mind. You don't need to understand the LifeLine for this to participate in it. You'll be guided through this with me every week. It's amazing. You'll be given in the certification program 12 weeks of group lifelines every week. It's amazing. As well as some people, when they get certified in a new program, they take a test or they take an exam. There are no tests or exams here. It's called the celebration of learning. By learning the LifeLine technique, you will be transforming your life, your health, your relationships. And that's why we call it a celebration of learning. Every person that signs up for the program will get 2 hours of private one-on-one tutoring with either Jocelyn Harvey, who's in Australia in Sydney, or Sydney Perloff, who's in Yelm, Washington. They are incredible. So I love teaching. I'm passionate about it, but they take what I do and they just simplify it in a way where everyone starts to see how the pieces work together. You'll have 2 hours that is included in your certification. The LifeLine color therapy eyewear are included. Digital downloads for the LifeLine technique flowchart, the emotions charts, bomb poster. And for those people that are looking to take this into a business, there's a LifeLine business building course. So you can really integrate this. The price is $6,254 for all of it. And I want you to understand that as a person, I'm no different than you when it comes to life's journey. I'm not extra special. I experience the same pain and I face the same struggles as any human being on this planet. The difference is I have a proven roadmap. The LifeLine technique flowchart and system and community that I follow and I tap into every single day, every time when it comes to moving through stress, helping someone move through stress. It enables me to activate the fullest healing potential. I had a client that came in a week ago that had this advanced neurodegenerative disease going on in her ear. They were saying that you're going to end up losing. You could go deaf with this. You need to do this. You're going to have to get surgery. We did one session. Her hearing came back. I just did my second session with her yesterday. So you're going to be learning a tool that as a result of this tool, your investment in this process is going to make you a unique practitioner, different than anyone out there that does not know this LifeLine process. Now, I talked about fast action bonuses, and we're going to be doing the raffle at the end for the books and the one-on-one session. But as far as the LifeLine certification program, there's a fast action bonus here today. So those that choose to sign up for the certification, which is $6,254, you will also get included in it what's called the Ignite course. This is fantastic. It is an abridged version of the LifeLine technique that gives you a 10 to 15-minute application. How do I wake up in the morning? Igniting myself. How do I go to bed at night? I do this 10 to 15-minute practice. This will be included. It's $187 for choosing to be a part of it. And the thing that I really want you to understand is I want you to feel great about your decision. I want you to feel totally confident that this is not only the most incredible value for your health and well-being in your life, but that there's not a risk here for you. So we're giving a 30-day risk-free guarantee. And that means if you show up and you're not satisfied, we'll stand 100% behind our guarantee and give you a full refund. We're not looking for people that are just looking to kick the can down the road. If you really want to expand your mind to new dimensions, utilize this tool for yourself, make an impact for other people, and you really give it a go for 30 days, you're like, it's not for me, then we'll give you a full money back guarantee. So another fast action bonus is you're also going to get 1 year of LifeLine group sessions. And if you purchase those one at a time, the cost of that is $936. So not only will you get the Ignite course, which is the 10 to 15-minute self-application, the abridged LifeLine, but you'll also get weekly group sessions. It's like mind yoga. It's a global mind gym. People from all over the world come together in this incredible process of raising consciousness together with the LifeLine certification. So in the last, and that's definitely not least, is you will also not only get the Ignite course and the year of group sessions, but everyone will get one session with me at 50% discount. So the value is $525. You'll get a 50% discount on a session with me as well when you take advantage of the fast action. That is an awesome bonus, and I can't wait to share that with you. So the cost and the value of all this is really immeasurable, but it's $79.02. And what I would like to do is not create any barriers for you whatsoever. And so the cost for this program, instead of being $79.02, is $24.99, $2,499. And if this is something where you're like, wow, I want to learn the LifeLine, we do have payment plans. All you need to do is click on this link. It's a bit.ly link, hashtag like LifeLine course. Click on this link and you can take advantage of not only the savings, but you'll get all the bonuses that go along with this. The Ignite, the year of group sessions, as well as the 50% discount with the session with me. So if you're ready to get started, you in the chat or on the Facebook page or in Instagram or on YouTube, you can click on the place where that link is and grab that while it's there. Grab that while it's there. I know that you could have been anywhere today. You could have been anywhere today. You could have been doing anything, but you showed up. You showed up for a reason. And that reason has called you to have a deeper understanding of what it means to expand your mind into new dimensions, to influence your health, to step in the direction of your dream, and to awaken to the fullest potential of who you are and what's possible in your life. I want to share with you this video of Nikki Reed Wilson. This is her going through her celebration of learning and becoming certified in the LifeLine technique. Hey, Nikki, you just went through the celebration of learning for LifeLine, and you did amazing. You did amazing. I have a question. What got you into LifeLine in the first place?
LifeLine, for me personally, it just kept coming up. I saw you in 2012 in Chicago when I was taking my naturopathic board exams, and I fell in love with you and your work the first time I saw you in 2012, and I wore my bracelet today at Celebration of Learning to remind me of the beginning of this journey in 2012. And you know, a lot of things have been coming up, fears, pains, stress, struggles, and I remembered. I just kept thinking about you in my mind's eye, and And so I called you up around January of this past year and got my first one-on-one with you, and you threw me a lifeline. I'm so grateful for that. And I was inspired with how quickly I was able to regroup and carry my family, most importantly, carry myself, right? Take care of myself, be there for my family and for my practice, because I love all my clients. And I really wanted to learn this for myself, my family, and all those clients that I love so much. And so I invested. It was an easy investment. I thought to myself, do I want to go to chiropractic school? No. Do I want to become an acupuncturist? No. Do I want to do all of these things that you did in your journey? And I was so grateful that I could do a small investment and learn such a brilliant, beautiful healing tool. And, I'm grateful to be here. And I thank you for sharing this with me.
It's completely my pleasure. And you're going to serve people in the most amazing way. You're phenomenal at this process. You own it. It's so part of your heart. And keep shining bright. Infinite love and gratitude. Do what you love. Love what you do. So I want to offer something to those people that are like, I want to join right away. I want to do it. If you paid in full, and if you paid in full and you want to get it in payment plans, we definitely do have that for those people that need it. Absolutely. But if you paid in full, the price will be $1,997. So it'll be $500 discount for paying it in full. Click on the link and you can take advantage of that straight away. So I am so grateful to be one with my higher self, feeling passion on purpose in my life with each and every one of you. I want to open up the Q&A right now. I saw that there were some questions. We're gonna have this run for 15 minutes. And while this timer is running, take advantage, click on the link and take advantage of the fast action bonuses that we're offering. This is a great opportunity for those of you that definitely resonate with learning and growing, healing, and evolving. So let's do this. David, should I stop sharing my screen to take questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. So beautiful. Thank you all for staying with me. I'm excited to answer your questions that you have.
So Darren, are you able to see the Q&A? Some people have typed questions in. If you click on the Q&A tab.
On the Q&A tab. On the chats?
No.
Okay, got it. Now I see.
If you want to ask the question live, we'd be happy to bring you in. You can just click the raise hand button and we will promote people in as well.
So let me go here. So Christine asks, how did you reconcile today's toxicities of modern life? I believe in the mind that we are miracles, but how simultaneously heal this? So that's a great question, Christine, because there's so many toxicities, and the toxicities could be the virus itself, or the vaccine itself, or other aspects of water, electromagnetic things that are going on in our air, because everything's vibration, everything is. Utilizing the LifeLine technique, when you harmonize yourself, and there's step-by-step process, you can harmonize yourself to anything. You can raise vibration to anything. Fear is a part of life. So the fear of the toxic world that we're a part of, we've got to take action and do things to help clean up our world and be our part in that. But in the meantime, what does it mean to take responsibility where we raise the thermostat of our own vibrational field, and therefore whatever other vibration, whatever toxicity you might be talking about, we can harmonize ourselves with that and have whatever it is move through us, because our body is designed to heal, regenerate, and be whole. So that's a great question. Karen asked, what is the time commitment per week? Infinite love and gratitude. So the time commitment per week for the certification, there'll be a 30-minute live Q&A, and I'll be talking about an aspect of the flowchart. And there'll be also a 90-minute. So there'll be 2 hours on Tuesday where we'll be doing something live. And if you can't be on it live, it'll be recorded. There'll be 2 hours. And then depending upon the person, because you can go at your own time and schedule, you can go at your own rate. We'll be moving through it and going through it in 12 weeks. But there are people that take as long as they want to take. It's not a rush to get somewhere. But the live component of it will be 2 hours per week. And I would say in looking at the e-learning modules or the webinars, I would say that there's maybe, if you really want to keep up with it, 2 to, depending upon the webinar, the e-learning module, another 2 to 4 hours per week. So it could be 6 hours per week if you're really leaning in and going for it. Okay, that's a great question. Jill Saunders, hi, can you share how to muscle test? Yeah, sure, why not? So muscle testing is where we use a reflex. We use a reflex as a means to speak with the subconscious mind. And I teach it in the course. So I'm not gonna be able to teach it in 2 minutes here, but when I push down and I get a lockout, then I know that I can find a reflex. So Jill, when I go love, 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 my arm locks out. When I go fear, 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 hold strong, fear, 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 hold strong, fear, 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 the muscle gives way. There's certain things that trigger us, Jill. There's certain things, and fear triggers us into reaction. It's part of our freeze, fright, fight, or flight. We use muscle testing as a means to know when the reaction's going on. And when we find the reaction, Jill, we go infinite love and gratitude. When we recheck the muscle, it locks out. And that way, you know, you've made a change on a subconscious level. It's an awesome question, Jill. There's also something else that's like Star Trek, where we're able to find where there's reactive patterns going on in the subconscious. Christina V, I suffer from headaches for 30 years now. Any suggestions? Yeah, I mean, one is make sure you're properly hydrated, my love. Make sure you're hydrated. You want to start with basics. Like make sure you're hydrated, balance blood sugar. But I know that there's a memory that is at the core of those headaches that you're sharing, that you're experiencing. And when you process that and you detoxify that mind-body pattern that your body's expressing itself with, you can change those patterns. You can. Infinite love and gratitude, Christina. Or what book resource can we find to do that? For muscle testing? You know, I don't know. There's different books like Touch for Health and different things like that that teach a whole system of muscle testing, just like the LifeLine technique is a system of muscle testing. But, you know, in my book, Awakening to the Secret Code of Your Mind, I believe I talk about muscle testing in here. The key is just to get on it and do it. I think I might have some videos on YouTube that you can find about muscle testing as well. But yeah, how much will the certification normally be? The certification is normally, David, can you answer that question? Because David,
you said it in the thing. I don't have, it's the total cost of the package was, I think, 6,000. I don't have the exact number on.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's whatever that is. And I don't have that up right now because I don't have it in front of me, but it's a massive savings as far as what is included in this certification program. And we're doing this different than we've ever done it before. So it's really, this is a really incredible opportunity to either get it for $24.99, or if you want to do it in one straight $19.97, that's the lowest it could possibly be for everything included. Dante, I didn't understand the part you mentioned with Dr. Masaru Emoto. He learned from you the LifeLine technique. I asked because I'm a fan of Dr. Emoto, Dr. Masaru. Dr. Masaru and I became great friends. He had a diabetic neuropathy, and his interpreter, Kimiko, reached out to me asking if I would do a LifeLine session with him. I did a LifeLine session with him. He loved the LifeLine technique because love and gratitude is what inspired me to go, it's infinite love and gratitude. That's why, because of Masaru Emoto, I'm a big fan of his as well. So we became good friends because of it. I did a LifeLine session with him. And as a result, he was suffering with gangrene in his foot due to diabetic neuropathy, and his foot healed after that. Thank you, Dante, for your question. Maylene writes, how many successions are needed for different topics? Financial, health, career. That's a great question. So Maylene, there's no cookie cutter approach as far as doing sessions. Sometimes after one session, boom, there's a shift. But rather than treating it like the medical model where it's like, make the symptom go away, make the disease go away, make the stress go away, this is about raising consciousness. And when I meet people, my intention is to know you throughout life, not because you're dependent, because you're sick or not feeling well or struggling. It's so that you can live your dream at the leading edge of who you are. Oftentimes, when we're beginning, Maylene, with going through the process of detoxifying the mind, I'll bring people through a series of sessions. Sometimes it'll be one time a week for 5 weeks and just go through a transformation so that you truly create the multi-dimensional, generational, reactive imprints that are going on, that you really cross your T's and dot your I's. Because once the mind's detoxified, then we go into the regeneration mind. And once we go into the regeneration mind and we're leading with our heart, then we go into the thriving mind. And the thriving mind creates thriving bodies. The thriving mind creates thriving relationships, thriving business, thriving world. We participate in world peace through inner peace. Awesome question, Maylene. Mara, what will be included in the program without the bonus? What will be included without the bonus will be the 16 e-learning. It is everything. 16 e-learning, 16 e-learning, the personal, professional, family life mastery. You'll still get the 2 hours. You'll get a lot. You just won't get the Ignite. You won't get the year of free healing circles, the group, and you won't get the 50% discount of the one-on-one with me. And so you can still get that at $24.99, but you won't get the bonuses. And you can still, if you play it in one, you can still get it at $19.97 without the bonuses as well. Right now, as we're on, if this is something that you want to do, take advantage of the fast action bonuses for sure. Great. Thank you, Mara. Jill, you are beautiful. Oh, Jill, infinite love and gratitude. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I'm so grateful and I'm so honored. And I feel so blessed to be able to share this journey with each and every one of you. Is there a primary specific LifeLine technique you like to use to reduce fear, since fear is so rampant right now? Or is it a person-by-person situation where we need to use muscle testing to get to a possible core fear that feeds into this climate of fear? You know, Danny, that's an amazing question. It's an amazing question. It is a person-by-person. It's individual, and we use muscle testing. But when we're doing the group sessions, and it's so profound to be able to work with a group of people all at once. And at the end of it, everyone has their own unique journey. And yet, as I'm guiding them through the process of the LifeLine technique flowchart, as I'm guiding them through it, everyone has their own unique shift. Everyone has their own unique shift. And it transforms these fear-based patterns. Fear doesn't go away. Fear is a part of our life. We need fear. We need it. It's just part of it. But being driven by the fear, especially like what you're saying, this climate of fear has become a true thought virus that is rampant and dangerous for ourselves and each other. And as we do our own inner work, as Marianne Williamson said, as we allow our own light to shine, as we're liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. And you know, as far as the LifeLine, if we simply just did the first step, the connection, it would shift fear. If we simply just did the second step of the LifeLine, it would shift fear. If we simply did the portals that I talked about today, the conscious mind, the conscious body, the correlative movement, it would shift fear. But the thing here, Danny, is when you do it in a step-by-step way, and it's a language. I'm going to teach you music for your mind, music for your body. I'm going to teach you how to read it on the deepest level. When you learn how to combine these steps, then the fear becomes a friend. Then the fear is like, oh, I got another gift in strange wrapping paper. Oh, I noticed I'm anxious. I get to evolve. Infinite love and gratitude. Oh, the universe is saying, I want you to grow, Danny. The universe is saying, I want you to grow. The next greatest version of myself is here. I'm feeling anxious. And I really encourage, do your best. Even being silly and humorous with yourself is really an important thing to begin to shift that mindset right now of what this fear thing is. We take things, I'm glad you're laughing, beautiful one. Like, we take things so personally. And I know I raised my hand. I get it. It's so like, life is so, we have families and we know people around the world, and to see people struggling and stuck, it's so intense. But the intensity of life is because we're not in present tense. And when we're in present tense, things change. When we're in the past, we're not our best self. We're in the future, we're not our best self. So I hope that helps, Danny. Infinite love and gratitude. Francis, already kinesiologist. Boom. I wonder how much more is in the course. We have many modalities that do similar things. I'm going to take what you do in kinesiology and you're going to just have it on a much deeper level. I've trained all kinds of AK specialists and kinesiologists around the world, and it will be a unique tool. As much as you have a deep understanding, the system in of itself that uses EMDR to process short-term memory into long-term memory, that uses aspects of sound therapy, color therapy, essential oils to activate the epigenetic component of our environmental cues that are triggering maladaptive stress. There's so many components that step by step through kinesiology, you'll learn how to navigate where to go, but it's still going to take you in a place that this is going to be brand new for you, Francis. It will still be brand new. I've had Ivy League medical doctors take this and they're like, wow, this is a deeper dive than my medical training at Cornell or at Princeton. So but the beauty is it's not rocket science. And the fact that you've got the kinesiology down, but it's going to take it to a different level. I hope that answers your question, Francis. Thank you so much. It's such an honor and love and gratitude. Are there any other?
So Darren, the person named Wick posted a question, why it felt so difficult in my heart desire / setting an intention.
Wick, that is a great question. Thank you, Francis. When our mind on a conscious and subconscious level are not aligned, that subconscious mind, when it's triggered, and it's gonna at the beginning, when it's triggered, when we're in that reactive state, the heart puts up a wall. The broken heart inside starts to take over, and we get caught in these patterns. And the key here is just be gentle. Just be kind. Breathe. Stay with yourself and wait. And just say to yourself, I'm listening for you, higher self. I'm listening, and listen deeper than the pain, deeper than the trauma. Stay with it. Stay with it. It will come through. I was teaching, so I might have been going faster, and as a result, didn't give you the personal opportunity to take your time. And I apologize for that you didn't get that opportunity to marinate in it a little bit longer. But when you're gentle with yourself, you will discover that your heart always knows your next best step. Your heart always knows what is in alignment or not. Hell no, in alignment. And you would never choose to not be able to connect with your heart. It was just a part of you. I'm going to say that again. It was just a part of you. It's not you, it's a part of you. And there's a part of me, there's a part of all of us that has these experiences at different times where we struggle. And that's where a one-on-one session with a practitioner is really valuable. But I want more than to give people sessions, give people fish. I want to teach you how to fish. I want to teach you how to be empowered, to be self-empowered, to have knowledge about yourself and tools for you to transform your own tormenting mind into a mind that's a tool for you really feeling comfortable in your skin and really grateful for your journey in your life, because you deserve the best, Wick. So thank you so much. Yeah. Why I can't purchase from Indonesia? You should be able to. My pleasure, Wick. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I just wanted to make an announcement to anyone who's listening. If for any reason you're having trouble with signing up or doing anything, best thing to do so that we don't miss you and that we get you registered is to send an email to gratitude@thelifelineCenter.com. I will put it in the chat. And if you are interested in wanting to do this, if you're having any issues with signing up, we've had a few orders come in, but sometimes technology doesn't always work perfectly for everyone. So if you do want to sign up and you're interested and you want to move forward, send an email to gratitude@thelifelineCenter.com and we will get back to you. I am putting that in the chat. Make sure you send that email right away and include your full name and best contact phone number so that we can reach out to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Marilyn. I'm so glad that you woke up at midnight to join it. I'm so glad that it was worth it, that you found value. I love you all, and I'm so grateful to share my passion, and I look forward to sharing with you more. Once again, if you have any questions or difficulties with signing up for the certification, just send an email to gratitude@thelifelineCenter.com and have a beautiful rest of your day. Keep shining bright. Infinite love and gratitude. Be well, my friends.